Thank you so much for being with us today for this, your Daily 180 Bible study, and thank you for participating all week long as we talk about the essentiality of obedience, a follow-up study on James 2. In James 2, we see that faith without works is dead. It says that in verse 17, it says that in verse 20, it says that in verse 26, and it says in verse 24, we are not saved by faith alone, or faith only. As a matter of fact, if you look back to chapter 1 in the book of James, we see the idea that we must be doers of the word. Not merely hearers, but doers of the word. Whatever God calls upon us to do, that's what we must do. Can we earn our salvation? Not for a moment. Not in the slightest way can we earn our salvation. But He loved us, and we demonstrate our love to Him by loving Him. John 14, verse 15, if you love me, keep my commandments, the very words of Jesus. Now I want you to think about some more words of Jesus in Luke chapter 6 and verse number 46. For those who say, you don't have to do anything. Now listen to what He says, verse 46. But why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Do you see how ludicrous it is? The idea of Lord is the idea of master, the one who is in charge of my life, the one who controls my life. Now, I want you to think about how ludicrous this is to say, Master, Master, but you ignore Him. Now, you know, at any point in a person's life, whether it is in that initial stages of learning the truth, or whether they become a Christian and are trying to live the Christian life, whatever it is, we have to do what the Lord commands us to do. Think about Matthew chapter 7, beginning at verse number 21. Jesus said, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Did you get that? Does the will of my Father in heaven. The following verses talk about a group of people who have done a lot of mighty things. But He says, let me tell you what really counts. What really counts is, have you done the will of my Father in heaven? Do you get that? There's something for us to do. Is there something for us to pay in order to earn our salvation? No, Jesus paid it all. But because of that, and because He loved us, we love Him, and therefore we do whatever He calls upon us to do. Thank you for being with us this week for your Daily 180, and please join us again next week.